During the Transcendentalist period, there were three prominent people that had a large impact on the movement: Margaret Fuller, Henry David Thoreau, and Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Starring Patty as
Ralph Waldo Emerson. Starring Kate Shuck as
Margaret Fuller. Starring Amanda as
Henry David Thoreau.
Transcendentalism emerged in the mid-1800s in Boston, where people began thinking that the church had too much control over their relationship with God. The church directed them in how to worship God, but the people wanted their own say in it. They did not want to conform to the ideas of the time, such as predestination or that everyone should behave in the same way. Transcendentalists separated from these beliefs and set out on their own to discover themselves and create their own identities by having a strong connection with nature. They also set out to make a difference in the world by discussing important issues such as slavery and women's rights.
Emerson was born in 1803. He was considered the leader of the Transcendental movement and had a large influence on it. Emerson's contributions to the movement came from events in his personal life. His father, wife, and 3 sons all died, which led him to be influenced by his aunt, Mary Emerson. It was evident that Emerson was intelligent. He attended Boston Latin School and Harvard College. Emerson believed that God would show people the way only if they were connected to nature. Since religion was so important to Emerson, nature was his most strongly supported idea that was presented in his writings.
Hello, friends. It is I, Emerson. Think about this. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment.
To be one with nature means to be one with God. You will only reveal your path in life if you have a direct connection to nature. Industrialization and new technology should not keep you from your true destiny. You don't have to conform to society. You have the choice to be yourself and interpret God's advice in your own way. They do not control you. Do not let them control you. Listen to me, friends. Join me and my fellow Transcendentalists. Together we can change ourselves and the world.
You know what, Thoreau? I've been thinking. What have you been thinking about, Emerson? Society nowadays is corrupt, and we need to find a way to show people that it's okay to be who they are.
I understand what you're saying. I feel as if the only way that that can happen is if we have a strong connection with nature. Yes.
Exactly.
If people have a strong connection with nature, then they'll be able to discover their true selves.
And be self-reliant and independent and be who they want to be.
And they'll be able to live their life to the fullest.
Exactly.
It's the only way.
It's the only way.
An advocate for women's rights, Margaret Fuller was born in 1810. Unlike other women of the time, she had a good education. Her father pushed her towards being educated, which resulted in her being a strong supporter of women's rights education and their rights. She didn't think that it was fair that men had more rights than women, which was reflected in employment. There was much more opportunities for men than women.
What is the bother, Margaret?
I just don't think it's fair that women don't have the same rights as men.
Well, why do you feel that way?
Because I myself had a good education as a child, and if I can achieve good things, then so can other women.
Well, what do you believe?
I just believe that women should be able to develop their potential, not only as wives and mothers, but as individuals.
Even though we are women, it does not mean we do not have rights. We should stand up for ourselves and not let men rule our lives. Don't you want an education? There are so many interesting things in this world. Don't you want to learn about the world you live in? Why should men have more rights than us? We are just as smart as them. Why shouldn't our ideas be heard? I will continue to fight for us until we are seen as equals to men.
Thoreau was born in 1817. Thoreau was influenced by personal events, especially from his time living in isolation at Walden Pond. From this time at Walden Pond, he developed a deep respect for nature. Thoreau was also strongly opposed to slavery. He thought that if a law, such as slavery, was morally wrong, you did not have to obey it.
We are all men, we are all human, we are all equals. Why does the color of our skin matter? Just as in nature, the sky is blue, the leaves are green, but nature works together in harmony. Why should people be any different? Why do we keep others as slaves? Slavery should not be celebrated, it should be abolished. Do not support this act of cruelty. Join me in this fight for equality, and together we can create a better world for ourselves and others.
The Transcendentalist movement was an effort to celebrate the individual. By having a strong connection with nature, they believed that their connection to God would be stronger. Transcendentalists fought to create change in the world for both the individual and the world as a whole.
Do you want to live in a world where women are oppressed?
And slavery exists?
Well, if you don't, and you want to have the ability to be yourself, then come on down and join the Transcendentalists.
Yes.
Yeah!
Greatest accomplishment. Today I woke up.
Wait, how long should we wait for?
I'm videotaping now, so
Oh, okay. Hold on.
just
There's another guy
I
coming.
know, just hurry up. Go. Okay. Why can I remember? Do you want? Okay.
Show people that it's okay to be who they are.
I understand what you're saying, Emerson. I feel as if the only way.
Not only as wives and mothers, but as individuals.
True that.
Yeah.